Most project managers don't fail because they lack skill. They fail because they're doing the job they were taught, not the job that's actually required. And the longer those gaps go unaddressed, the more expensive they become. So, I want to talk through 7 mistakes that I see new and seasoned project managers make over and over again. Not because they're careless and not because they're unqualified, but because no one ever explains what the role really demands. Mistake number 1: underestimating stakeholder management. New PMs focus on tasks and timelines and checking that box, while invisible decision makers quietly accumulate influence. And by the time those stakeholders surface, the project is already constrained. Mistake number 2: confusing information with communication. Long updates, lots of data, very little meaning. Newsflash: long emails, lengthy status updates, or slacks with bullet points can't be counted as communication unless you've taken steps to frame that information from your audience's perspective, tied to their outcomes, and validated their understanding. If people don't know what matters, what's changing, or where risk lives, communication has failed. Mistake number 3: avoiding risk management. Projects that stay green too long aren't healthy, they're blind. Projects rarely go from green to red. That's usually a sign that you're not dialed in or communicating honestly. The last thing that you want is to be asked this question: did you know the initiative was at risk and not communicated? Or did you not know the initiative was at risk? Risk isn't negativity, it's awareness. Mistake number 4: vague scope. Every small ask that goes unexamined compounds pressure. Scope creep isn't accidental, it's unmanaged permission. Mistake number 5: doing the work instead of leading it. BAs, I'm talking to you. Just because you can do the work doesn't mean you should. And when your head is down, you lose your bird's eye view. When a PM becomes the fastest contributor in the room, their visibility disappears. Mistake number 6: ignoring team dynamics. Now, let me show you what this looks like in a real scenario, because it's one thing to hear a list, it's another thing to know what to do on Tuesday morning. So, let's say we have a project manager, and we'll call her Petra. Petra is leading a technical team. 2 senior developers disagree on how to solve a problem. One wants speed, the other wants long-term stability. Meetings get tense, Slack messages get passive aggressive, and then deadlines start slipping. And then Petra sees it. She avoids it though. She doesn't want to step in. She tells herself, they're professionals. I don't want to micromanage. But what actually happens is this: the conflict starts driving decisions instead of the project goals. And here's the part most PMs miss: when you don't manage conflict, your team doesn't feel supported. They feel abandoned. And once trust erodes, people stop telling you the truth. Ooh. Instead of avoiding the tension, she names it. She brings both developers into a conversation and says, I'm noticing strong opinions here. Let's slow this down. She listens to why each person cares about their approach, not to win, but to understand. Then she reframes the conversation around the project objective, not egos. The result? They don't just resolve an issue, They build a better solution together. Conflict management is not about being aggressive or dominant. It's about emotional intelligence, self-awareness, self-management, and relationship management. Your job isn't to avoid discomfort, it's to lead through it. Silence is information, tension is information, and disengagement is information. When teams stop talking, projects are already in danger. And the final mistake? Never stopping to learn. If the same issues show up again and again, it's not bad luck. It's unexamined experience. And none of these mistakes are personal. They're not personal failures. They're structural blind spots. And once you see them clearly, you don't repeat them.